Welcome back. Thanks for watching. In this video, I want to talk about some of the web-based portfolio calculators that you may be able to use in your retirement planning. I used these before I retired. I probably used all of them, and some more than others. But now these are free, although there are some that will cost if you want to use them further. But nevertheless, these are available to you to poke around on and see. You can put in your, what you have and different growth rates and stuff, and it'll run calculations for you. So the first one is Ficalc.app, Ficalc.app. Now you can put your information in there and fill it in with parameters that you set, and then it'll run Monte Carlo assumptions based on your inputs, and it'll give you a success number. But it is really a handy tool to use, Ficalc.app, and I'll put a description of these, each of these in the description down below. The next one is portfoliovisualizer.com. This is really a good one, so you can actually just set up an entire portfolio of different mutual funds and put those in there with the percentages that you think you've got, and it'll run that specific portfolio. It's got a lot of different options to use, and it is one that once you start playing with it, you'll probably spend hours messing with it. But it is a really good one, and it's one that I think if you have a portfolio now of different stocks or mutual funds and stuff, you can put that in there and just see what the historical data will look like. But that's portfoliovisualizer.com. The next one is honestmath.com, and these are all basically the same as far as putting in the inputs and letting them run Monte Carlo calculations, but they are set up a little different. Some are easier to use than others, but Honest Math is another one that I used, probably not as extensively as I did the Ficalc, but nevertheless, it is something that is available. The next one is Boldin, Boldin, Boldin.com. Now they do have a 2-week free trial that you can use, and it's pretty comprehensive. It's probably the most comprehensive of all the ones that are available that I used. And it's promoted heavily. Joe Kuhn promotes Boldin really heavily. I use it. I subscribe to it. Although I will say that since I retired, I haven't used it as much as I did prior to retirement. But whether I renew it, my renewal I think is coming up in May. Whether I renew it or not in May, I'm not for sure. I probably will, but we'll see when the time comes. But Boldin.com is a really good one to use, and it's like I said, probably the most comprehensive of all of these that we come across. Although the Portfolio Visualizer is a pretty good tool as well. And then the last one I thought of, if you watch Taublieb or James Conole on YouTube, their company Root Financial offers their planning software. I think it's like a $200 to subscribe to their tool that they use for their clients, and you can. But I've not used it. This is something that they've offered in the last few months on their YouTube channels, where you can subscribe and pay and actually use the same software that they use for their clients. But that's Root Financial, and like I said, you can find them on YouTube. James Conole and Taublieb. Again, they're two separate channels, but they work together. So just some tools that to use. If you don't want to necessarily go talk to a financial planner just yet, which I highly suggest going and at least talking to them. But if you don't want to do that right now, you could use one of these tools and put in your inputs and let it kind of give you a gauge of confidence on where you stand, today or a year or two from now, wherever you think you're going to be. But these tools are really helpful, and again, they're free for the most part. Like I said, the one from Root Financial will cost, but you can use Boldin for I think 2 weeks for free, to whether you decide you want to use it or not. And I'm not for sure on the Boldin whether there are some features that are limited to the free version. I'm not for sure about that, but I know that I use the free version enough that I decided I wanted to go ahead and use the subscription based. And like I said, I think it was $120 for the year. I'm not 100% sure on that, but nevertheless, I do think that it was worth it. And I think all of the features are included, other than I think once you subscribe, then you have an account and it keeps all of your inputs in there. You don't have to do it all the time, but I could be wrong about that. It has been a while since I subscribed to it, so I really don't remember the difference between the free version and the paid, but I think they were the same thing. Nevertheless, hopefully some of these calculators will work for you and kind of give you some guidance as to where you're at and where you could be in the in the coming future, where you are with your financial planning. But that being said, I'll close. I will say I have a phone number if you want to get a hold of me through text messaging. Just let me know your name and your location. But that number is 618-608-0152, and you can get a hold of me there if there's something you want to talk about that you don't want to say publicly in the comments. You can text me and I'll answer back there. But anyway, with that, I'll say God bless. I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Maybe I'll shut off.